to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New England Patriots. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. What a spin. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check.
Off the play fake, Barrett. That one complete to Yeldon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Barrett, and he finds Tyler Croft. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Throwing after the interception. Barrett. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw Barrett. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
58 for Mike, 58.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barrett. It's caught. Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Barrett looks to throw on first. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog.
Wait, set. Wide, 20. 53, man now. Wait, 20, hit. 53, check 53. Let him know. Go. 20, hit.
Brady now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives to Michel. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. throwing is Brady on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Barrett looking to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go, go, go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And now Edelman. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. To throw is Brady. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Barrett on play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
53. Hey, let go. I got you, punk. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Shadow. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go. 60 yards. Check right. Check right. Tight right. Tight right. Go down.
Barrett. And the grab by Croft. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Yeldon. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now on 2nd and 13. Barrett. Flush to his right. He finds Yeldon. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now Barrett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Zay Jones. Incomplete. Covered by Jason McCourty.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
35 yards.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All right, here we go. Let's go, B, let's go. Shadow.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
In your face.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to Meredith. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. First down, here's White. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Hey, foxtrot. When he hit. Hey, goal 66.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Taron Johnson made the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch out. Hey, check it. Check safety. Check 52. Alert.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall. right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. 51. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
58's the money.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Lawrence Guy drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Edelman set to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Go Bandit. 53. I'm scared. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. We all. 72. Check. Check.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Michel. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
First down, New England.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they will run it with Michel. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
That's got to be a long day. Pique. Here we go. Motion. 72.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Now they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Pats, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington.